Well, hello folks, welcome back. Absolutely beautiful morning. Wow. Beautiful today here in Nova Scotia. A little bit of smoke this morning from the wildfire that's still going on up there. It's a much better situation now than it was a week ago, but it is still technically out of control. But we get like that smoke that comes in the night, really, in the mornings, and then it kind of goes away. But I'm down in the South Shore, and the fire is up like Dalhousie, which is actually up where we're going today, because another site that we cleared for fire prevention, there's some stuff on there that's too big, some spruce and some fir and just a mixture, some pine, a mixture of stuff. So here's what we got going on. So first thing, Kevin moved the Mini this morning, and then he was going to take the flat deck up there. I was going to take the dump trailer. Kevin thinks that there's 2, maybe 3 loads with the dump trailer to come out of there. I was going to take this and make a couple trips and try to get it done, because I got to pick my little man up from daycare at like 2:30. So that was the game plan. And then he was going to bring the skid steer with the grapple bucket, which we got geared up, and the mulcher back on the flat deck with the other 350, my OG. But when he was delivering the Mini this morning, a tire blew on the front of that trailer, so that's at the tire shop right now. So I think what is going to happen now is I'm going to take this to the pit, the trailer, drop that off for Kevin to take up and start loading logs in it. I'm going to hook on to the gooseneck and take the gooseneck up with this truck, so that hopefully we get 2 loads on, and that might be enough. And then I can haul the machine out of there on the gooseneck with the grapple bucket, the mulcher, all that stuff, and bring it back with this truck. So changing on the fly. But yeah, I guess I just had the trailer back here cleaning up some wood along the road, because I still got to get some more firewood ready back here for the winter. And this is a load of softwood that I picked up. Most of the rest of the stuff that's out there along the road is hardwood now. But we've got one about 2/3 full, and the other one 1/3 full, and then this one's not even started yet. So we got to get some action and get some work done here. But man, it's tough. There's so much other stuff to do. It's hard finding time. I haven't found the secret to that yet. Well, we got the new tire right there. The worst thing is that was a brand new tire that was just put on that thing. I got 3 on that side, a new one in the back of here, the middle one. All right, so as I was saying before I had a visitor, this is an LWL trailer, triaxle, obviously, 21,000 pound rated trailer. So even with my skid steer on it, with my mulcher, skid steer a little under 11, mulcher like 34, so you know, like 15,000 pounds or so. Trailer might weigh 4, something like that, so 19,000 pounds. The trailer's never exceeded its weight, I guess is what I'm getting at here. And for some reason, this side, as you can see, blows tires. It chews the inside of the tires. The other side does not. Now everything looks to be, and I've been checking this over for a while, and I've had a lot of people look at it, everything looks to be in line. Like, I'll show you better once I get the tire dropped here, but on both sides it looks to me from the naked eye that the front tire, this front tire, is slightly in further than the other two. But you can see this side doesn't rub at all. The dirt is still on it. Bearings are good. You know, everything everything is tight. Torque axles. So, you know, I don't know. Like, everything lines up perfectly. Like, everything is where it's supposed to be. Like, this axle is not over further on this side than it is on the other side. You see the space there? Let's look at the space over here. Looks to be the same. So I don't know if you guys have had these, anyone has had this trailer and you've had issues like this, please let me know and let me know what you did. And please don't say wheel spacers, because it makes no sense I have to put wheel spacers on a trailer. And also I noticed, getting looking at it here, is we've got a crack in this frame, and some of the cross members, the welds are cracked. So this is due for an inspection, and it's going to be going in the shop right now. Once I get the tire on it and get the nuts tight, this is going to the shop. And that means for sure that I'll be coming back and getting the gooseneck later to move the skid steer. I don't know when later is, because it's like 11 o'clock right now. Kevin's got the dump trailer hauling the loads. So yeah, it's 11:15 actually. And I gotta be around to get Bauer off the bus and get the young fella from daycare. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to run up and grab the skid steer with the two kids, or at least with Max, my little guy, in the car seat. Man, all right, so it's hard to tell right now, but you know, I guess I get this much room on this side. Now let's see what we got over here. Yeah, there's a lot less. There's a lot less. Like, I can barely fit my fingers in there. Like, what is going on? But this, I mean, this sits a little bit over, but not that much. What is going on with this trailer? Man, I don't know. Like, the whole thing could come over this way a little bit. See where it's sitting here. It comes forward. This comes forward as the trailer comes up. Somehow I got to get that shifted over there. Any ideas, let me know. Well folks, here we are, hooked up to the gooseneck. It's like 6 o'clock at night right now, but that's when I'm getting to move the skid steer. First time with an actual load on. I moved the skid steer with this truck to get the trailer inspected. Skid steer. I moved the trailer with this truck to get it inspected, but haven't had a load on it yet. So we're gonna do that right now. Haven't used this trailer for a while, so make sure I got chains and binders. Looks good. Let's go. All right, so the trailer itself is like 8,600 pounds. So I've got 31,421 or 20 pounds of payload on this trailer, and it's 40K rated. So we're at like, well, I guess technically it's 8580. So anyway, 8,600 pounds plus all the chains and binders back there. You know, we're at like 8,800 pounds with just the trailer there. So once we get the skid steer on, skid steer is like 11,000 plus the grapple bucket. It's definitely heavier. So we'll call that, just call it 12,000. So we're over 20,000 pounds total with this load. And I mean, you guys know what I think about tow ratings and all that. To me, they don't mean jack squat. DOT guys, compliance guys, none of those guys care about what they say on commercials that your truck's towing capacity is. What they care about is what your axles weigh and your tire ratings. That's what they care about. So if your tire ratings are above total combined with your trailer and your truck, but you know, your truck big time is more than what the total weight of your front and your rear axle combined is, then you're good. It's tow ratings mean absolutely nothing. They mean nothing whatsoever. It's all about your axle weights and your tire ratings, tire weights. So this truck has like 3,400 pounds or 3,500 pounds of payload or so. I'll have to take a look at it. And I've got it, I don't have it registered for the total weight, because the GVWR on this truck is 11,500, but I registered them right at like 11,000 pounds so that I don't have to have commercial plates. I can have just normal plate. So that means I don't have to have an inspection every year. I don't have to do registration every year. You know, I don't have to have an ugly yellow plate on the front of my truck. So if I take 500 pounds off of that, so I have like 29 to 3,000 pounds of payload or so to work with on this truck. Goosenecks put more weight on the axle of your truck. You're at around 15%. Sometimes you could even be 20%, depends on how you put the load. So you just take 15% to 20 even of your total weight. So let's say 20,000 pounds on this load. We'll do 15% of that. So using that calculation with 15% tongue weight, I am like right at my 3,000 pounds of payload. So I'm pretty much maxed out as far as I have this truck registered as of now. That's with 15%. I'm gonna put the skid steer basically right over top of the axles of the truck, of the trailer, just slightly ahead of that. And I don't even think I'll be at 15%. It's hard to say without going through a set of scales and getting my axle weights. It's really tough to guesstimate, especially with there's so much room on that trailer for my skid steer. I literally put it right over top of the axles of the trailer. The trailer's handling most of that weight. There's not going to be a lot of that weight that transfers up to the truck. So anyway, we're good. But don't let people tell you that, oh, your truck is rated to tow this, your truck is rated to tow that. blah blah blah. That really means nothing. Yes, they do testing to come up with those ratings, but if you go through a set of scales or you get pulled over alongside the road, telling them that your tow rating is this, that's not going to get you anywhere. All right, well, here we are. So I could have backed in, but I looked at it from the road and I was like, yeah, you know what, I can definitely pull in there and get turned around. So I pulled in, went over there, front of the truck ended up going down there, backed up to there, pulled ahead, and we're good to go. Skid steer is behind the building, so I guess let's get this thing loaded on and head on out of here. I got stuck in construction for about 20 minutes, so it's starting to get late. Okay, well, there she is, all hooked up. There's my grapple bucket that I bought. She's pretty rough, she needs some attention. The cylinders aren't synchronized here at all. That one moves way quicker than this one. Like, they're both the same speed, but this one engages before this one does, so I guess they need to be synchronized somehow. And then it needs a coat of paint. But hey, it was 1,500 bucks, and these things are not cheap. But there she is, loaded on the trailer, hooked up to the truck, obviously. So I got it just ahead of the axles, but I backed it on, so I got the counterweight at the front. The machine itself is sitting right over top of the axles, but the counterweight weighs more than the bucket. So anyway, we'll see. The truck's sitting pretty much level right now. It kind of looks like. Looks like it's pretty much level. Maybe a little lower in the back. There's our springs. So I can see if I can see the bump stop. Oh my god, we got 3.5 inches to our bump stop. The hardest part, honestly, of this whole drive is going to be getting out of this driveway and making that turn, and the trailer tire is not catching the corner of the driveway or going off the corner of the driveway and going into the ditch. Put my trailer brakes up here a little bit more. Okay, so I'm gonna stay nice and wide on the driver's side here. Hopefully I don't need that guy. Tow truck. Pretty narrow driveway for a commercial building. Can't see anything coming over top of that hill. All right, let's go. Take her as wide as I can here. All right, we're good. Yeah, a bit more weight back there. Nothing crazy though. Clean the dust off it. Feels good. Little bit of bounce to it. Okay. Well, we're off. All right, so truck's doing really good. I'm not gonna say that I would rather use this setup to haul my skid steer than my triaxle, because I wouldn't. It it's just so much harder to get into places. You know, it's heavier. Obviously, it's a heavier load by like 4,000 or 5,000 pounds. You're comparing the trailer weights one to the other, but it's an option. Like if it needs to happen, it can happen. Power's not an issue at all. It's not as comfortable of a ride as it is on the tri-axle. And tri-axle, like if you put it in the right spot, you really don't even know, like you don't feel the truck acting really any different. Yeah, you know it's back there because it's still like, well, that load back there right now on my tri-axle would be 15,000, 16,000 pounds. So it's still a lot of weight, but it's just more comfortable. This trailer is really hard to find the spot when it comes to like tongue weight, trailer weight, whatever, to place the load on the trailer where it doesn't sort of huck and buck a bit. There's only, like, once you find the spot, it's good, but it takes you a while to find the spot. And I don't want a crap load of tongue weight on here right now, because I mean, this is as solid as can be. I probably could have had the skid steer back even further, to be honest. So I don't want a ton of tongue weight. I wanted it towards the back of the trailer. So there is, you know, there is some tugging. I feel some tugging, but that's just the way this trailer acts, to be honest. It's, like I said, it's not as forgiving as what my K-Trail was. My K-Trail seemed like you could pretty much put the load wherever you wanted on that trailer and it would feel pretty good. And that trailer was 5 feet shorter than what this one is. But this one here, she takes some tinkering. Alright, so coming up here, we've got the hardest pull of the trip. It's starting to get dark, so hopefully you guys can see a little bit of what's going on. This is actually the first time I've driven this truck in the dark. It's the first time that I've seen this screen like this. Alright, let's get going here. So this is Michelin Hill. So right now we're at 40% load, 13. We'll just see what, I'm gonna lock the cruise control in at 104 kilometers an hour, and we'll see what the load is going up this hill. We're in 9th gear right now. The load is at 100%. 9th gear, 1500 RPM. It dropped down to 7th, and holy, yeah. Wow, yeah, I missed this. I definitely missed this. The power of the Powerstroke. Holy. Yeah, okay. Back up the 9th. We'll get 10th here in a second. 10th. Just like, there's no drama at all. No drama. I missed this big time. Well, there it is. I definitely need to get some lights in here. Definitely one on that pole right there. You guys probably can't even see that. Some lights on that pole, and some lights on the front of the building once the front's done. She's pretty dark in here at nighttime. But yeah, I can tell you one thing. This is the first time, well, other than when I already moved this trailer, that this truck was used to haul a gooseneck, because there was a gooseneck kit that came with the truck and it was never opened, it was never used. But yeah, there she is. All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed the video. This might be the last time that you see me hauling a load with the truck that looks the way it does right now. So stay tuned to that. But anyway, until next time, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you then. Bye.